They are calculating your worth right now. Not tomorrow, not when you're ready. Right now. Every silence, every hesitation, every time you speak and nothing happens, they are deciding if you matter. And most of you already lost. Machiavelli didn't write philosophy. He wrote field manuals for men surrounded by predators. His world was assassination, betrayal, and kingdoms lost over dinner conversations. Your world? It's quieter, but just as brutal. The same laws apply, because power has never been about morality. It's been about mathematics, cold, undeniable, irreversible. You are either an asset or furniture. You are either necessary or noise. There is no middle. There is no potential. There is only what you are worth to the people who decide your fate. And if you cannot calculate that number yourself, someone else already has. This is your initiation, not into success, into necessity. Law 1. Value is measured, not felt. Here's the part that breaks most men. Your effort doesn't matter. Your intentions don't matter. Your years of grinding in silence don't matter. What matters is simple. Can you solve a problem someone with power is willing to pay for? If the answer is no, you are worthless in that room. This is not cruel. This is gravity. Machiavelli observed that men judge by results, not by character. 5 centuries later, nothing has changed. Walk into a boardroom with passion and no solutions, invisible. Post on LinkedIn with inspirational quotes and no proof, ignored. Show up to a networking event with dreams and no leverage, forgotten before dessert. The world doesn't owe you recognition, it owes you nothing. Your worth is determined by one metric: what you offer that cannot be easily replaced. Start here. Audit yourself with surgical honesty. What skill do you possess that makes someone's life easier, richer, or more powerful? What knowledge do you hold that solves a problem people are desperate to fix? What result can you deliver that others cannot? If you can't answer in one sentence, you have no value. Yet. Notice I said yet, because value is built, it's engineered, it's weaponized. But first, you must stop pretending your feelings about yourself matter to anyone else. They don't. They never will. Now, what will you build? Law 2. Scarcity manufactures desire. Diamonds aren't valuable because they're beautiful. They're valuable because they're rare. You are abundant, and abundance is worthless. Every message answered instantly, every favor granted without hesitation, every evening free for whoever asks. You've made yourself common, and common things are disposed of without guilt. Machiavelli warned princes who gave too freely lost respect. The same applies to you. When you are always available, you signal that your time has no competing demand. Translation, you are not wanted elsewhere. Translation, you are not valuable. Human psychology is simple. We chase what retreats. We obsess over what remains out of reach. If you want to be pursued, you must be scarce. This is not a game. This is architecture. Start small. Do not answer texts immediately. Let hours pass. Let them wonder if you saw it. Let them question whether they matter enough for your attention. Do not accept every invitation. Decline without explanation. "I'm unavailable" is a complete sentence. Do not explain yourself to people who haven't earned access to your reasoning. Watch what happens. Suddenly, your responses carry weight. Your presence becomes an event. Your approval becomes currency. This is leverage without force, influence without begging. The man who is everywhere is valued nowhere. But the man who appears strategically, who vanishes deliberately, who controls access to himself, that man is hunted. Make yourself rare, make yourself necessary, make yourself impossible to replace. But here's the trap most men fall into. They confuse scarcity with absence. You must still be visible when it serves you. Scarcity without visibility is just isolation. Master the timing. Show up when your presence creates maximum impact. Disappear when your absence creates maximum curiosity. This is the dance. Law 3. Silence dominates noise. Weak men fill silence with words. Powerful men let silence fill rooms. When someone insults you and you react immediately, you've handed them your leash. When someone asks your opinion and you rush to answer, you've signaled you need their approval. When you explain yourself without being asked, you've revealed your fear of judgment. Machiavelli understood that words are weapons, but silence is armor. The less you speak, the less you reveal. The less you reveal, the harder you are to predict. And what cannot be predicted cannot be controlled. Train yourself in restraint. Pause before reacting. Let the tension build. Watch them squirm in the discomfort they created. When someone challenges you, breathe. Let 3 seconds pass. Let them see that you are not governed by emotion. Let them see that you are calculating. This is psychological weight. This is dominance without aggression. Your words should be rare and therefore valuable. Every sentence you speak should serve a purpose: to extract information, to shift perception, to establish frame, or to end a conversation on your terms. Anything else is leakage. Silence also protects you from your worst enemy, yourself. Anger wants you to explode. Fear wants you to over-explain. Ego wants you to prove yourself. The disciplined man obeys none of these impulses. He waits, he watches, he responds only when the moment serves him. This is not coldness, this is control. And in a world that tests you with chaos daily, your silence is the only fortress they cannot breach. Law 4. Competence destroys charisma. Charm fades when pressure arrives. Skill doesn't. You know men like this. Smooth talkers, magnetic at parties, everyone's friend. Then the deadline hits, then the crisis comes, then real work is required, and they crumble. These men are forgotten the moment they leave the room. But the man who can solve what others cannot, who delivers when others fail, who executes at a level that seems effortless, that man is remembered. That man is called first. That man writes his own terms. Machiavelli advised that if you must choose between being loved or feared, choose feared. In modern terms, choose respect over likability. Competence earns respect that charisma alone never will. So stop polishing your personality, start sharpening your blade. Become so good at one thing that your presence becomes non-negotiable. This is leverage. When you possess a skill the market rewards heavily, you stop asking for opportunities, you grant them. When you execute at a level others cannot touch, you stop competing, you dominate. But this requires sacrifice. It requires hours spent alone while others are entertained. It requires choosing mastery over mediocrity 1,000 times. It requires failing in private so you can win in public. Most men will not pay this price. They want results without reps. They want respect without repetitions. They want power without pain. Let them stay weak. You will identify one skill the world pays for handsomely. Then you will pursue it with obsessive, relentless, unforgiving focus. Read everything, practice daily, fail repeatedly, refine ruthlessly. Let others be moderately good at 10 things. You will be exceptional at 1, and that edge will cut through every closed door. Here's the secret they don't tell you. Competence is cumulative. Every hour you invest compounds. Every skill you master opens 3 more doors. Every problem you solve increases your market price. You are not building a resume. You are building a monopoly on a specific type of excellence, and monopolies set their own prices. Law 5. Detachment is freedom. Your emotions are not your friends. They are tools, and like all tools, they must be controlled, not controlling. Most men are slaves. Anger hijacks their decisions. Fear paralyzes their action. Desperation broadcasts their weakness to every predator watching. These men are open books, easily read, easily manipulated, easily destroyed. Machiavelli wrote that men who cannot govern themselves will always be governed by others. This is the iron law. The moment you react emotionally, you hand control to whoever provoked you. The moment you show need, you announce leverage to those who would exploit it. Emotional detachment is not about becoming cold, it's about becoming unshakable. When anger rises, observe it, do not obey it. When fear whispers retreat, acknowledge it, do not follow it. When excitement tempts you to reveal your hand too early, smile internally and stay silent. Your face should reveal nothing. Your voice should remain level. Your body should project calm even when storms rage. This is the mask of kings. People will test you constantly. They will insult you to see if you break. They will flatter you to see if you soften. They will create chaos to see if you panic. Pass every test by remaining unmoved. Detachment also means releasing outcomes. The man who needs a specific result can be controlled through that need. The man who can walk away from anything fears nothing. Work with intensity, but hold results loosely. Prepare for the best, accept the worst, react to neither with desperation. This is freedom. This is power. Feel everything. Let nothing control you. Law 6. Engineer your circle. You are the average of the 5 people closest to you. This is not inspiration. This is contamination science. Your circle either elevates you or buries you. There is no neutral. Look around. Who drains you? Who doubts you? Who celebrates your failures in private? These people are anchors pretending to be companions. Cut them immediately without guilt. Loyalty to the wrong people is suicide in slow motion. But removal is only half the strategy. You must also attract the right alliances. Seek those ahead of you, those who operate with hunger, discipline, and vision. Those whose standards force you to raise yours. Proximity alone teaches what books cannot. Position yourself near power, near excellence, near momentum. But never enter as a beggar. Bring value before you ask for anything. Be useful before you seek benefit. The powerful do not keep parasites. They keep allies. Make yourself worth keeping. Understand also that loyalty is theater until tested. Most men are loyal only to their own interests. Do not hate them for it. Simply calculate for it. Trust must be earned slowly and withdrawn swiftly when violated. Give loyalty gradually. Remove it instantly when betrayed. Watch patterns, not words. Words are performance. Patterns reveal truth. Build your network with precision. Keep outer circles wide for access. Keep inner circles small and sacred. The man who trusts everyone becomes the man everyone exploits. But the man who guards his inner sanctum fiercely while expanding his outer reach strategically, that man builds empires. Law 7. Walkaway power is absolute power. The most dangerous position in any negotiation is the willingness to leave. This is the nuclear option most men never develop because they are too desperate, too attached, too afraid of starting over. But listen, the man who cannot walk away is the man who will always be controlled. Machiavelli documented princes who lost kingdoms because they clung to alliances that no longer served them. They feared loss more than they valued freedom. Do not repeat their mistakes. Your ability to leave is the purest form of self-respect. It announces that you value yourself more than any single opportunity, person, or outcome. And paradoxically, this makes others value you more. Think deeply. When you negotiate from neediness, you accept scraps. When you stay where you're disrespected, you train others to disrespect you further. When you tolerate situations beneath your worth, you vote against yourself. Every moment you stay is a signal that you don't believe you deserve better, and the universe will agree. It always does. But the moment you develop the strength to leave, everything shifts. Suddenly, your employer offers more when you resign. Suddenly, the person who ignored you chases when you stop pursuing. Suddenly, opportunities appear because you stopped begging at the wrong doors. This is not magic. This is leverage. Develop walkaway power by building options. Never rely on one income stream. Never depend on one relationship for fulfillment. Never anchor your identity to one role. Diversify your foundations so no single loss can devastate you. The man with options walks differently, speaks differently, negotiates differently. He doesn't beg, he chooses. Practice on small things first. Leave conversations that waste time. Decline invitations that drain energy. Say no to requests misaligned with your mission. Each small exit strengthens your muscle for the larger departures ahead. And when those moments come, when you must leave a career, a partnership, an entire chapter, you will not hesitate. You will turn, walk forward, never look back. Because you understand what Machiavelli knew. Those who cannot abandon the old will never build the new. Those who grip too tightly lose everything. But those who master the art of walking away become untouchable. Law 8. Reputation is your shadow empire. Your reputation enters rooms before you do. It speaks when you're silent. It works while you sleep. Machiavelli declared reputation the cornerstone of power. He was not exaggerating. In a world where perception creates reality, your image is your most valuable asset. Guard it, build it, let nothing tarnish it without swift consequence. Most men are careless. They gossip freely. They break promises casually. They associate with anyone without considering cost. These men wonder why doors stay closed. They don't realize their name has become worthless in rooms they've never entered. Word travels, people talk. Once your reputation is stained, scrubbing it takes years. Some stains never fade. Decide what you want to be known for. Choose 3 words. Let every action reinforce them. Reliable, never miss a deadline. Dangerous, never let disrespect slide. Excellent, never deliver mediocre work. Consistency architects reputation. One great act means nothing followed by 10 careless ones. People remember patterns, they trust trajectories. Show them the same man every time until your name becomes synonymous with your chosen attributes. This is branding at the primal level. You are the product. Your reputation is the packaging. Make it impossible to ignore. Protect your name with calculated aggression when necessary. Do not let slander spread unchallenged. Do not allow small disrespects to compound into perceived weakness. Address threats early, decisively. Machiavelli warned that injuries should be avoided entirely or avenged completely. Halfway invites further attacks. When someone harms your name, make the cost clear. Not through petty retaliation, through strategic response that restores standing and discourages future offenders. Equally critical, the company you keep publicly. Associations shape perceptions. Stand beside winners and their light reflects on you. Stand beside fools and their shadow covers you. Be ruthless about who you're seen with, who you endorse, who enters your visible world. The court of public opinion judges quickly and forgets slowly. Give them only evidence that serves your rise. Finally, understand, reputation compounds. Every kept promise adds interest. Every delivered result builds equity. Every year of consistent excellence multiplies your worth exponentially. Patient men become legends. Reckless men become warnings. Your name will echo long after your voice falls silent. Make that echo thunderous. The final choice. You've absorbed the principles. You've seen the architecture. You've glimpsed the machinery of power. But knowledge without execution is entertainment, and you didn't come here to be entertained. So I'll ask once, what changes tomorrow? What weakness do you confront? What skill do you sharpen? What circle do you audit? What boundary do you enforce? These are not rhetorical. These are the questions that separate who you are from who you're capable of becoming. Machiavelli didn't write for dreamers. He wrote for men surrounded by knives who refuse to bleed. Be that man. Transformation is not an event. It's a series of choices repeated until they become identity. You will not wake up powerful tomorrow. You will wake up slightly sharper, slightly more aware, slightly more strategic. And those increments, compounded over months, will create a version of you that your current self cannot imagine. There are no shortcuts. There are no hidden secrets. The secret is relentless execution when motivation dies. The secret is choosing the hard path so many times it becomes default. Most men will feel inspired for an hour, then return to old patterns, old circles, old excuses. Do not be most men. The world will test you daily. Old friends will mock your ambition. Comfort will seduce you toward mediocrity. Failure will whisper you should quit. Ignore them all. These are the trials that forge untouchable men. Every setback is data. Every enemy is a teacher. Every obstacle is proof you're moving towards something that matters. Embrace resistance. It builds strength. From this moment forward, carry yourself differently. Speak with intention. Move with purpose. Guard your time like gold and your reputation like a fortress. Let no one define your value but you. Let no circumstance dictate your emotions. Let no failure become your identity. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are the force moving toward mastery. This is your birthright. Claim it without apology. Now, prove it. If something inside you shifted while watching this, I want evidence. Comment below, I choose power. 3 words, no explanation. Let that be your first public declaration. Let the algorithm witness it. Let other strategists see they're not alone. If this added a weapon to your arsenal, destroy the like button. Subscribe to Noir Machiavelli so you never miss the next lesson. Turn on notifications, stay ahead. And tell me in the comments, what type of Machiavellian strategy do you want next? What power dynamic should we dissect? Your input shapes this channel. We're not building an audience here. We're building an empire of calculated men. You're now part of it. Welcome to the war. Now go, execute.